Welcome back to the Vatek EZDent Eye Quick Start Video Manual, Chapter 1B, Patient Entry. The objectives will be to learn how to add a new patient, modify an existing patient, as well as delete an existing patient. Let's first begin by learning how to add a new patient. To add our patient to the EZDent Eye database, we first want to make sure that we are in the Patient tab. Immediately beneath that is the icon to add a new patient to the database. However, it's strongly encouraged to search the database to verify the patient is not already in there to avoid duplications. In this case here, we're going to add a patient by the name of Thomas Kennedy. So I'll type in the first name of our patient, left click on search, and this verifies the patient is not in the database yet. I'll acknowledge that by selecting OK here at the bottom. Then navigate the mouse to the Add icon again, and then left click to open up my Add Patient window. This window is separated into three primary sections. The first section, which is required fields, including the chart number, last name, and first name in order to save the chart. Second section being my gender and birth date, which are highly recommended to automatically configure the radiation settings for your radiographic image. The third section is not required but also available though, such as the social security number, phone number, email address, zip code, as well as address for that patient. Starting at the top of the window, we can either use the automatically generated chart number, or if you want to use the chart number within your practice management software, you can enter that in as well. From there, click in the field to enter in your last name, click in the field to enter in your first name, and then beneath that we have the ability to choose our gender. Left click on the drop down to choose the appropriate gender. From there we can then specify our birth date, beginning with month, let's say April, day, let's go down to the 12th, and for the year, look for 1997. Once this information is completed, we can then go ahead and add it to the database. It is strongly encouraged though, however, to spend a moment to review the information here for accuracy. Once you've proofread it and the information is accurate, simply select Add at the bottom of the window. This adds the patient information to the database in the EZDent Eye software. Objective number 2, to modify an existing patient. To modify an existing patient, we'll work with this patient chart for Thomas Kennedy, and we'll assume that the birth date here is not correct. To change this information, navigate the mouse to the icon in the toolbar, and a window will appear telling you to modify. When you left click, this will open up the Modify Patient window, and you notice we now have the ability to update and modify all of the information as shown here, with the exception of our chart number. Once the chart number is created, it cannot be edited or modified. From here, if I want to change my birth date, let's say the patient was born in July instead, I can verify that. And if I also choose, let's say, to add a photograph for this particular patient, I can do that as well by clicking on Open and then browsing the computer for the image you want to import. Once I've verified again the information is correct, simply select Modify at the bottom of the window to save those changes within the database. Our third objective will go through the steps to delete an existing patient from the EZDent Eye software. Warning: deleting a patient chart will also delete all images connected to that patient. A password will be required to delete this patient chart. We will continue working with Thomas Kennedy here and assume this patient perhaps is a duplicate patient within our software. In order to delete this patient, we simply highlight the patient under our image list or patient list, left click on the icon that says delete, and then from here it will then prompt us with the information identifying that deleting this patient will then also delete any images connected to this patient. Therefore, a password is required to do this function. Left-click in the field to enter in your password, type in the password itself, left-click on OK. A message will appear indicating that you have successfully deleted the patient from the database. This completes our patient add, edit, and delete tutorial. In summary, you should now be able to add a new patient, modify an existing patient, as well as delete an existing patient. Thank you.